What's up, guys? Stacy here from Becoming Financially Fit, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to eliminate your cell phone bill. Let's get into it. So if there's one thing that we all have in common is that we have a cell phone, and with that cell phone comes some type of bill. Hopefully you're not paying it, but if you are, this is the right video for you. I'm going to teach you guys how to eliminate that cell phone bill altogether forever. So it's going to be super easy. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at the companies that actually offer the cell phone plans. So top 4 companies for the cell phone market include Sprint, at&t, Verizon, and T-Mobile. But let's look at the top 2 companies. And the top 2 companies, in my opinion, for cell phone service are going to be Verizon and at&t. And what's good about those 2 companies is that they offer quarterly dividends. And I'm going to show you guys how to use those dividends to eliminate your cell phone bill forever. Now, if you guys aren't that great with math, I'll try to put everything up here so you guys can kind of see the method of my madness as I'm going through this whole process. But we're going to start out with the company at&t, ticker symbol T. And so at&t, their current price they're sitting at, as of the recording today, is sitting at $38.10. And so they pay a quarterly dividend, which is right around about 50 cents. It's 0.51. And so that annual dividend is a little bit over $2. So for every 1 stock of at&t that you own, you're going to get paid 50 cents every quarter and $2 for the year. And so for at&t, that comes out to a dividend of around a little over 5.35%, which is actually pretty good when you think about dividend investing. And so now when you think about the average price for a phone bill, a typical phone bill in the US, which is around $80, if you multiply that out by 12 months in a year, that's how many times you have to pay your phone bill, you're gonna come to $960. So a little under $1,000 is what you actually pay each year just to have your cell phone service. And so now, how many stocks of at&t would you need to own in order to pay your bill off in full every month forever? And so now, taking into account that dividend of $2, you need to actually divide $960 by the $2 so you can get the amount of stocks you would need to actually be able to pay your phone bill every single month with the at&t stock. And that number is 470 shares of at&t. So if you multiply 470 shares, I'll round that up, 471 by the current stock price of at&t, you come out to around $18,000. And so that number may seem like a lot, but I kind of broke it down for you guys. So in order to actually come up with that $18,000, let's say over the course of a year, if you invest $750 in the at&t stock every 2 weeks, then at the end of the year, not only will you have $18,000 in at&t stock, but you'll never have to pay your cell phone bill again. So now, let's look at the other leading phone company, and that's going to be Verizon. If you take a look at their current stock price, they're currently trading for $60.53, and they pay a quarterly dividend. Their most recent quarterly dividend was 61 cents, 61 and a half cents. And so if you look at that on an annual basis, it's a little over $2.40. So it's pretty good. Their actual dividend yield is 4%, so it's a little under what at&t is paying. So if you were to do this and you actually wanted to get some value, I would recommend doing something like an at&t. But if you want to do in Verizon, you can as well. If you actually invested in a company like Verizon in order to pay off your bill, like I said, which is about $80 a month or $960 for the entire year, you would need a total of 396 shares of Verizon. And so if you do that 396, multiply that by the stock price, then you get to $23,972.28. So you're looking at right around $24,000. And so if you do that same math that I was saying before, just invest every single 2 weeks, you would need to invest $250 more than you would with a company like at&t. So you're going to need to invest $1,000 every 2 weeks for an entire year in order to cover your phone bill with Verizon. And so now, what happens if you have a company like Sprint or you have a company like T-Mobile? I'm going to give you guys a hack because they do not pay dividends. So what you guys need to do, if you guys have that particular service and you want to actually invest in those companies to pay your bills, what you're going to need to do is go to the nearest window that you have, take your cell phone and throw it out the window, because literally those companies pay no dividends. So it really wouldn't make sense to invest in those if you actually wanted to gain monthly and quarterly income in order to pay your bills. And so guys, there you have it. That was just a quick run through to show you guys how investing can actually help to pay your bills and how simple it can actually be. Like I was saying in that example, you only need to invest $750 every 2 weeks for 1 year, and you will never have to pay your phone bill again. So guys, if you like the content that I'm putting out, make sure you give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the bell to stay updated anytime I post new content. I love to put out videos like this, so if you guys have any suggestions for me, make sure you drop a comment below, and I will do some math and some calculations to show you guys how you can eliminate your bills through something like dividend investing. So that was it for today, so see you guys later.